Hey guys, I'm Robert Storm, and this is going to be the first of what I hope to be many more videos of this type of format. This is more of a format that I want to do because a lot of times I don't have things I want to say, but I want to do videos. So I figure it's a good time to just do Q&A videos. From this point forward, I would love to do nothing more than Q&A videos. Maybe twice a week do a video where I talk about 5 or 6 different questions as people message me on. I have 5 questions I posted on Facebook last week about this new format, and I got several questions, but I picked 5 best ones that I can talk on, and I'm going to run over these questions. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me for the next video, be sure to just personal message me on YouTube. And I'm only going to be reading questions that are personal messages to me on YouTube. So if it's not a personal message on YouTube, then I won't be asking that question. Also, I would prefer if it's movie and comic book related. I have a lot of video game questions here today, and I am not much of a gamer like I used to, mostly because I just don't have the time with my work. I do play Metal Gear, and I do play COD with my friends. But other than Metal Gear, COD, and Halo, I don't play anything really. And it's very far in between, months in between. So please do not ask game questions. Stick to comics and movies if you would, because I always watch movies and I always read a shitload of comics. I'm at the comic shop every Wednesday for new release. So with that said, let's get into the first question. Cody Leach writes, what game franchise do you want to see brought to current gen the most? Can be recent or long or dead franchise. I thought about this for a while and I couldn't really, I wanted to say Zelda. But everybody's like, well, there's a Zelda game already on, the Wii, like the last Wii game. But I want a good Zelda game, I would love to see fucking Zelda on the PS4 or Xbox One. If Zelda would go to Xbox One, I would buy an Xbox One just for fucking Zelda. I do not want to play a Zelda game holding these fucking attachment things and doing this and doing that. I don't want to do that. I would really like to see a Zelda game do that, but Nintendo ain't going nowhere anytime soon. I would also like to see a Metroid game. But other than that, I can't think of any other franchise old that, I would maybe want to see Fear Effect come back on the PS4. It was a PS1 game. I beat Fear Effect 1, Fear Effect 2, and at the time it used cell animation for the graphics. At that time it looked different and it was great for a PS1 game. It was different than any other game you would see, and the game was really fucking difficult. And it was fun to play, and it was rewarding when you beat it, especially the first one when it had 3 different endings. I would love to see that come back, maybe a reboot of that in the PS4 era, or maybe a Dino Crisis. I really liked the first Dino Crisis. But those are some of the games I wouldn't mind seeing coming over to this next-gen console. Jonathan Hallman writes, are you planning on buying Infamous Second Son for the PS4? At first, I was not going to buy Infamous Second Son because I hated Infamous and I hated Infamous 2. But I'm hearing great reviews about Second Son. They're like, it's not as closely tied into the other 2 games. It's its own game, and the mechanics changes a little bit. My brother, who doesn't really care for the other Infamous games, bought this game, and he loves it. It's outselling Titanfall now. It just looks like it's a really good game. It's one that I want to pick up. Unfortunately, it's going to be another few weeks before I even have the money to pick that up. But yeah, it's definitely a game that I want to get now. Right now, I'm still playing the hell out of Metal Gear Ground Zeroes. I got it the first day, beat it, and I've been playing it every day since. I just love that game. I definitely got my $30 worth. I don't know why people are complaining about that. Andrew Marquez writes, what do you think about the most recent Spider-Man 2 trailer? To me, all the Spider-Man 2 trailers are basically the same. You see a little bit different things in the next trailer, and the next trailer, and the next trailer. Like, in the recent trailer, we see more of the Goblin. We see a little bit more of the Rhino, even though we hear that the Rhino's part is only 4 minutes in the movie. I think that's actually just the Rhino in the mech suit that we're only going to see for 4 minutes, because Paul Giamatti has earlier scenes in the movie, so I doubt that all of his scenes equal 4 minutes. It has to be just a Rhino tech suit that's 4 minutes in the film. But yeah, each trailer that comes out, you just see more and more of Goblin and Rhino and less of Electro, because the first couple trailers were so heavy on Electro. I love the trailer. I loved all the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailers, and I am psyched for this movie. Between this and X-Men Days of Future Past, those are the films I am most looking forward to this year. I'm just extremely fucking excited for Amazing Spider-Man and X-Men. Andrew Rowan wrote, "What do you think of DC making their theatrical films into all CGI, like Pixar, instead of live action?" I think that's the dumbest fucking thing that DC could fucking do. It's fucking stupid. It would be fucking, it'd be pulling a fucking pin off a grenade and just sitting there and letting it explode. It's dumb. They're already getting their ass handed to them by Marvel Studios, and not only that, but Fox and Sony, who own Marvel properties, are kicking their ass. So you got Marvel Studio kicking their ass, and then you got 2 other studios with Marvel properties kicking DC's ass, because DC is so in a hurry to try to get a fucking expanded universe in their fucking films that they're just throwing shit together. Say what you want about Green Lantern. I thought Green Lantern was an okay film. There was no reason why they have to delay that. They could have went with a second one, okay? And say what you will about Man of Steel. It has its problems. Some people like it, some people don't. Whatever. It's a starting point. Build on it. And then they're just throwing random shit after random shit in the fucking Man of Steel 2. So for them to say, fuck it, and just go to all CGI film, that's just going to be like, well, they didn't have the confidence in all this shit that they just said, so let's make all CGI films. No. Right now, to me, DC has the best animated films. You have The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1, Part 2, Under the Red Hood, Justice League Flashpoint, you have Superman Unbound, you have the son of Batman, the son of Damian, the son of Batman. That's the next one coming out. Their animated films are fucking spectacular. But just because that son that's working at Marvel wishes they had. Because Marvel's animated films fucking suck. I bought fucking Iron Man Technodrome or whatever the fuck it was called. I fell asleep within the first 30 minutes of it. That movie just fucking sucked. But DC is doing really good on their animated film. Marvel's doing really good on their live action film. DC just needs to work on their fucking live action films and stop trying to throw these fucking curveballs, or stop trying to fucking throw these half-court shots and hoping they're going to get it in the hoop every time, because some of the fucking casting decisions is just fucking, you're scratching your head like, what the hell are you fucking doing? It just doesn't make no damn sense. So that's what I think. They just really need to focus on their live action universe. Take it one step at a time and just try to make the best decision they can. Don't throw these fucking curveballs out there. Fucking Jesse Eisenberg. What the fuck? Last question is from Chris Tharp, and it's, what did you think of DBZ Battle of the Gods? What is your review? Okay, I've been telling people this all the time. I never watched Battle of the Gods. Okay? And before you stone me, I do not like to watch subtitles. I do not like to do it. Okay? If I want to fucking read a book, I would go read a fucking book. I have no problem reading. I read books all the fucking time. Novels, comic books, it doesn't matter. I read fucking books all the time. I love to read. But I'm not going to sit there and watch a film and read. The whole idea of watching the film is to watch the film. I don't want to have to sit there and... Because when I watch anime, especially Dragon Ball Z, I focus on the art and listen to the words, okay? I do not want to have to watch a fucking film and focus on these little subtitles and then miss all the great art. I don't want to do that. I hate watching subtitles. It annoys me to no end. Until they release a fucking English dubbed version, I'm not going to watch it. Besides, everybody and their mama already told me what happens in the damn thing. So, there's no point in watching it. The last subtitle DBZ film I watched was, what was it? The one special Akira Toriyama came out with, it was like Son Goku and his friend returned, whatever the hell. It was when Vegeta's brother came. And I watched that whole thing with subtitles, and at the end of it, I was like, eh. Because it would have been much better to watch it dubbed. It just is. I'd rather watch it dubbed. I remember in the 90s, I used to watch DBZ subtitled, the Buu Saga, because I was in a hurry to watch them. But I'd much rather watch them dubbed. And at this point now, when I have very little time to do certain things, I'm not going to take, 30, 40 minutes, almost an hour out of my time to watch a dubbed version. I don't want to do that. I don't. So until it gets dubbed, I don't want to watch the subtitle version. So that's going to be all for today's Q&A video. Be sure to leave future questions in the personal message on YouTube, okay? Just personal message me, ask me questions. Try to keep it restricted to movies and comic book genre. That's what I like the most. Also, you guys TV questions like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Arrow, those type of things. And I'll be sure to answer as many questions as I possibly can. I plan on doing this at least twice, maybe 3 times a week. So until next time, guys, I'm Stormsink, and this has been a Q&A video.